In this context of the ongoing process of economic liberalization, means the changes in the economic as well the need for better foreign exchange management, the government concluded that a better approach would be to replace, update the existing FERA. And next we have import, the goods or services which are bought from other nations to our nations. Means export is we are giving, import means we are buying. Welcome to 4th Sem BComs. In the subject we're discussing business regulatory framework, the unit 4 economic law. In today's session, the agenda is just to discuss about FEMA. FEMA is nothing but Foreign Exchange Management Act. Earlier it was FERA and now it is FEMA from 1999. And certain terminology, whatever we are going to use in this particular act of economic law, we are going to discuss in today's session. FEMA 1999, in this context of the ongoing process of economic liberalization, means the changes in the economic as well the need for better foreign exchange management. Earlier, the FERA was not up to the mark which was made in 1973 and was reviewed in 1993, and they made some changes related to foreign trade and investments, and in 1999 FEMA came into existence. The government concluded that a better approach would be to replace, update the existing FERA. What they thought in the FERA, there was not according to the requirement of the needs of the business people or to the society. So that's the reason they thought that when we need some updated support from the act as well as some changes as to be made in this act. For that reason, in 1999, the FEMA was passed by the Lok Sabha on December 2nd, 1999 and received the assent of the President of India on December 9th, 1999. On 2nd December, it was given to the President of India and it was approved on 9th December 1999. The terminology, in this concept we are going to use capital account transaction, what we are going to call CAT, which means the transaction which alters the assets or liabilities outside India of a person's resident in India or assets or liabilities in India of persons resident outside India. They're saying that one, CAT is nothing but here. It's a very simple concept where I'm the resident of India here, but my assets and liabilities are outside India. Or it may be vice versa. My assets are and liabilities are in India, but I am staying outside India. According to section 6, subclause 3, what we have here. And next concept we have here, currency. The currency plays very important role here in the FEMA because Foreign Exchange Management Act, whatever we have here. In this concept, currency includes all currency notes, postal orders, money orders, checks, drafts, traveler's check, letters of credit, bills of exchange, promissory note, credit cards, or any other instrument which has been approved by the Reserve Bank of India. All these concepts will be taken into consideration for the currency in the FEMA concept. And the next we have here, currency notes. Currency notes is nothing but the coins and the banknotes issued by the RBI. And next we have the concept what we have discussed earlier, current accounts, current account transaction, which are used for what purpose? To make payments due in connection with foreign trade or current business, services and short-term banking. For this purpose, CAT will be used. Payments due as interest on loan. If any amount is borrowed for the business purpose and we have not paid any interest on that one, this account will be used. Remittance for living expenses of parents, spouse and children residing abroad. They're saying that one, remittances for living expenses means I'm in a different country and my parents and my spouse is in a different country. For those people, I'm sending the amount for their livelihood life, and for that reason I'm sending the amount through CAT, current account transaction only. I have to send the information or banking concepts are to be used which will support for both the nations. Expenses connection with foreign travel, education, medical care of parents, spouse and children according to section 2 subclause F, which will be supported through current account transaction. Next we have your export. You know very well what is export. Export is nothing but the goods or services which are given to other nations from our nation. And next we have import, the goods or services which are bought from other nations to our nations. Means export is we are giving, import means we are buying. This is a concept what we have here. And foreign currency, it means any currency other than Indian currency. It's very simple. Foreign currency means other than Indian currency which is used in the business transactions. Eighth one, foreign exchange. It means foreign currency which includes the following: deposits credit, drafts travelers checks, letters of credit, bills of exchange drawn by banks, institutions, persons outside India but payable in Indian currency. They're saying that one. This is Indian currency and this one is foreign currency. A small difference what we have here, which are mentioned in the foreign currency and which are mentioned in the Indian currency, and payable in Indian currency, payable in foreign currency. Next we have your security. Security means shares, stocks, bonds, debentures, government securities, savings certificates, deposit receipts in respect of deposits of securities, and units of Unit Trust of India or any mutual fund. They're saying that, what do you mean by security here? Security is nothing but whatever the amount I have invested in the shares, debenture, bonds, mutual funds or any share certificates or saving certificates. And the term also includes the title of the securities, the government promissory notes, but it does not include bill of exchange. They clearly mentioned that one. They are ready to include the government promissory note but not bill of exchange or promissory note other than government promissory note. If a promissory note issued by the local people and which is not authorized by the government, then that cannot be considered as a security, but government promissory note can be considered as securities. Next, foreign security is nothing but same concept here. The amount what we have invested in the foreign stock, shares, debenture, bonds or mutual funds or any savings certificates in the foreign countries. Indian currency is nothing but means which is expressed or drawn in Indian rupees. Indian currency, wherever the term is used here, it is nothing but for the transaction, that is a benefit what we are going to receive, that should be paid in the terms of Indian rupees only, and the transactions are made in Indian rupees. Foreign currency means the transactions are made in the foreign currency. Who are the persons called in this transaction? Who can be called as a person? Any individual. An HUF undivided family, that is an Hindu undivided family, a company, a firm, an association of persons, artificial judicial person, any agency, office or branch owned or controlled by such person under section 2 subclause U. Any individual will be called or treated as person according to FEMA. Any HUF or company, firm, association of persons, body of individuals, artificial judicial person or agencies or offices or branch which are owned and controlled by these people will be considered as a person according to FEMA under section 2 subclause U. Person resident in India means any person who stays in India for a period of 182 days during previous year, right? See the condition what they're saying. If they want to call me as a resident, the condition I have to fulfill for the FEMA or Income Tax Act says that when I should have been stayed in India for a period of more than 182 days during previous year, or else 60 days during previous year and 182 days in 4 preceding previous year. So then if I satisfy any one of this condition, they're going to call me as a resident. A body corporate registered in India, any office, branch, agency outside India, but controlled by a person in India. So then it will be called as a resident in India. Person resident outside India means it is nothing but the person who is not resident in India, means he is not satisfied any conditions. For that reason, he will be called as a person resident outside India. Repatriated to India means bringing into India the realized foreign exchange, means the amount what we have earned and we have gained in the foreign country and bringing such money to our nation. This is a concept what we have here. The selling of such foreign exchange to an authorized person in India for rupees, means they are saying that one after bringing the currency from the foreign country where I'm going to exchange with the authorized people and I'll convert that foreign currency into Indian currency. Like the example, we have plenty of currency change makers are there in India where they're going to convert the currency into Indian rupees. Next, we have a service. Service is nothing but after sales service or any training or any educational information provided by the people to the other nation or from other nation to our nation. And here it may be in connection with banking, financing, insurance, medical assistance, legal assistance, chit fund, real estate, transport, processing, supply of electrical, other energy, boarding, lodging, entertainment, amusement, or news, other information, but it does not include rendering any service free of charge. So if I'm giving any services to any type of business, either which are made in India or outside India, from India, and if you have not charged for that type of service, then it cannot be called as a service. Only when you charge some amount for the benefits, whatever you are given, that will be considered as the service. Transfer. Transfer is nothing but, in normal concept, transfer means moving from one place to other place. In the same concept, transfer includes sale, purchase, exchange, mortgage, pledge, gift, loan, or any other form of transfer of right, title, possession, or lien. When I'm going to change the name of the person, property owner, authorized person will be changed from my name to my son's name, then that is called transfer of property from the main owner to the person for whom it has been gifted or which has been given in free of cost, right? So then he is going to become the title of the property and I'll be not the owner of the property. This is the thing what we have in the concept. In today's session, we learned certain terminologies which are used in the FEMA and how they're going to be utilized in the business concept. Thank you to all my dear students. Go through the concept and understand and get through for the examination. Thank you once again for all 4th sem BCom students.